Is that centered yet? No, it's not Longmont Potion Castle. It is an old episode of the Bombcast, reminding you that no one is more authentic than Kid Rock. I'm just gonna do some quick Puyo and then go to bed. Oh crap. Yeah, that'll work. That might. Oh, come on. Damn it. No. Crap. You're speaking from a medical perspective. Your toes probably should not be numb for a month anyway. Maybe like a day or two. That's okay. Because you know your body adapts by having two big toes. But yeah, that doesn't seem very promising. Thankfully, nature gave us multiple toes, so if there's a toe you've fallen out of love with, you can just lop it off. The Wi-Fi on my end is fine, as far as I could tell. That's not gonna work. Oh man, I am super out of it today. I can't look at Hat World anymore. I want to say I did a lot, but I feel like there's so much more to get done, it's never going to be finished. Nah, it probably will be one day. Oops. The problem is that, like, when I'm doing the dialogue for Hat World, I'm not liking it. Like, the dialogue itself is whatever, but it's very flat. It's not like... I don't know. It's hard to explain. Is that gonna work? Yes, yeah, that'll work. No, no, no. Crap. Crap. Didn't even work. Didn't even work. If you're hearing background sound, that's my heat. I have it turned up. but yeah, the thing with Hat World is that I'm trying to keep the dialogue fairly, I don't know, authentic. I took a lot more liberties in White Ties, which was really fun, but if you're like a stickler for accuracy, that might not be your thing, and I figured I could always modify it later, so the very first pass of dialogue I'm doing on this is very, very neutral, which is to say, it works, but it's not good. Like, it's fine, but it's not exciting, and that means it's not really super fun to write. Oh crap, wait, now we're good. It's not literal, because when I think like a literal translation, I think of something that's like hamstrung to be, you know, that is accurate to a fault, and things don't make sense because the phrasing, the idioms, the everything is all weird and not adapted. And I'm adapting that as I go, but like the personality isn't there. Like, it more or less reads like fairly standard English, it's just not interesting. Or it's fine. Like, if you played a video game that had writing like this, you would say it's fine. But you wouldn't say, wow, that script was great! You would just say, that's a script, it's fine. And that's not what I want, but I'm telling myself repeatedly that it will improve as I work on it more, once I finish the rough draft, and then take a sledgehammer to the thing and just say, alright, well, it's gonna be different now. Now I'm gonna change this and not feel remorse. Haha! It's harder to change Hat World than White Ties, though. The dialogue is all formatted weirdly, where it doesn't really let you input new dialogue boxes super easily. It just gets confused with who's talking. I'm not, like, it sounds fine, it sounds more or less natural, but it doesn't sound like believable characters or anything. You know, it's like N64 Legend of Zelda. Everyone sounds about the same. There's no personality to these people. Every character, every race, every whatever in Ocarina of Time sounds exactly the same. There is no difference in how any of these different people from incredibly different backgrounds sounds, and that's fine, I guess, but it's not like compelling. And it's fun when it has, you know, personality and everything, because then it's more enjoyable to work on. But also, all the bosses are kind of irritating because they're all just like one-note stereotypes of something. Like the one I was writing the dialogue for now is like a giant floating eyeball, and all it does is talk about how important studying is, and people who don't study are worthless. Like, okay. Got it. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How do I make this into a thing? How does this sound like a conversation? It's just like the ravings of a madman. I screwed that up. But yeah, that's the problem. And it's not like a huge problem, but one of these days, once I finish the rough draft of that script, I'm going to probably just go full bore on making it sound better. I guess that's the localization portion, as opposed to just regular translation. I need purple, then I need a green. Because the thing that I'm realizing is that, and this is going to sound like super pretentious, but whatever, is that it really kind of is an art form where there's no distinct right answer for how everything should be. It's all up to like getting the meaning across. And also, I just want to make everything super sarcastic and dry because that's how I am. Like every time I see some stupid dialogue, I just want all the characters to make obnoxious quotes like, "Pfft, yeah, whatever," or something like that. And that happened a bit more in White Ties, but not so much in this so far. And this is harder limitations on how long the dialogue can be, so that makes my life a little bit more difficult in terms of how much you can fiddle with it before the whole game just breaks. But I'll work on it eventually. Oops, don't want that. Eat it. A. Okay. Is there a precedent for a game where the characters don't take it seriously? I mean, there's a lot of games that have that. Nintendo has taken that kind of approach for a lot of the Mario RPGs, where everything's kind of just like a joke. It's not about there being precedent. It's more just like, how much is okay to change? How much can or should you deviate from the source material, even if it's going to make it a better product? The more that I play, the more I understand what personalities the character should have, which is good, but it's just going to be a little bit after the initial draft is made, because there's just so much that when I used to like polish it repeatedly until I was happy and then I'd move to the next section of the game, doesn't really work so well for this. Has there ever been a game where every character ends up dying? Yeah, probably. That doesn't seem particularly novel. Yeah, Brickion, are you still hosting that free Sims Online server? Huh? All these months? Do you still have it up? Have you become the #1 free Sims Online community organizer? Are you a pillar of the Sims Online community? Well. Also, I know that game is going to have so many untranslated lines, it is going to haunt me forever. Because I'm noticing, like, depending on the order you speak to people, or the character you approach them with, or whatever it is, there's entirely unique dialogue, and it's like, oh god, there's no way I'm gonna find all this. I'll worry about it later. One of these, like, oh, I've looked at it too long. I need to stop and take a break from this thing. Oh, why? Oh, God. But yeah, I was working on that most of the day. I got the post fourth getting hat getting whatever dialogue cutscene done, and then the side conversations that happen after that, and then I forgot what else. A little bit of a third hat dungeon. Maybe like a quarter of the way through that. But, yeah, now I have to come up with, like, a fictional disease name that kind of, like, directly translates as, like, over hat exposure syndrome or something. Because your character, or not your character, but one of the characters, the one who's mysteriously pulled into this world, and I'm probably writing to have more or less the same tone as Kagome from Inuyasha, because it's pretty much like the same exact scenario, that keeps asking all, oh no, why do you keep, or like, you know, why are you getting all these hats? No one has ever told me. And then your character, or one of your characters, makes up some, I don't know if it's made up, it sounds made up to me, but I haven't played long enough to actually find out. Gives some reason that's like, oh, well, these hats have over hat exposure disease, and you know, if you wear the hats, which give you the power to create these worlds, then slowly your brain gets, like, taken over by spirit in the hat or something like that. And your character doesn't totally believe it, because they're like, oh, well, if that's the case, then why is it like every time we get a hat, nobody actually wants to give it up? Why wouldn't they think, oh, you're doing me a favor by taking and destroying this poisonous hat, thanks. So, I mean, it seems like a lot of bunk. It could be true. I don't know. I haven't played long enough to find out, but that's the reason they gave. So as far as your character knows, you're all being good Samaritans by stealing everyone's hat so they don't die. It's probably not the case, but I'm not calling it hatosis, although I did think of calling it that, just for, like, knockout punch, lazy, I didn't even bother to come up with a funny name for this. But I gotta think of, like, over hat disease or something. I think it's literally just written in the game right now as, like, over hat exposure syndrome, or it might just be called over hat syndrome or something. And then I think I wrote like makeup fake disease here as a note to myself somewhere in it. I don't have any hat puns in it yet. Hetrosity. That's not bad. I mean, it's bad. Don't get me wrong, but for the context, it's not bad. Maybe I should call the hats like death caps or something, like that mushroom. But it's a real hat! Whoa! Bet you didn't see that coming, oops. Never gonna play an M. Dickey game again. He didn't make any new ones, as far as I'm aware. He made Hard Time, he made You're Jesus, and by extension, I am Dickey, am also Jesus. I don't know what else he made. That's probably it. But yeah, looking at that game is driving me crazy. I'll get it done, it's still fun to work on, but like... at the moment my brain is glazing over. No! I just come across like big blocks of text and think, oh god, I don't wanna do this. I just want like funny character flavor text. A. Yay. I beat that puzzle game like a person who is good at puzzle games. Maybe I should make the character who falls into Hat World make all the bad hat puns. The hat flew. Yep, that great. Everyone who wears the hat contracts deadly lice. Now, I watched the Mr. Regular video. It's in my liked video playlist if you even bothered to check. You bum. Oops. Oh, the U Testament, that's what it's called. God, what a terrible pun. I bet M. Dickey thinks it's great. I mean, M. Dickey literally thinks he is a gift unto man. The face, that's Sonic. It was also transparent in like one of the frames too. That's interesting. How much did I identify with it? I mean, not that much. Because I don't do exclusively internet stuff. I have a day job. And then I just sat and watched the video and thought if I were Mr. Regular, I would not be this bummed out. Because, I mean, he meets people fairly regularly. I mean, that's what he does in his videos. I feel like he's probably a lot more social than your average, you know, sit at home on a couch internet content creator might be. And I know everybody has that reaction. It's like, oh, what are you being sad about? So-and-so has it much worse than whatever, and if I had what you had, everything would be great. So I know that's not really like a particularly, you know, prescient answer, but still. I don't remember if I played the U Testament. Wasn't the Chip and Ironicus U Testament YouTube video taken down at one point? Didn't I beat this? I always get stuck in the purple water. There's a way to not. Oh, that's right, this is weirdly broken in the water, so you don't have any control over blue potato. Oh, hell. Oh, God. Why? There's a way to get up here without even doing the water part. Just... oh, and I don't know if it works on this. You can spin dash and then jump up, but the physics are weirdly glitched in this bit. So it doesn't seem to work. Bummer. Oops. Oh, God. Screw it. What was I gonna play? Oh, Crazy Sonic. I kind of want to download... no, I kind of want to play Sonic Adventure 2, but I also don't want to load it. Or maybe I will. Can I have multiple Steam games running, or is it gonna yell at me? Sonic Advent 2. Hey, that works. Save settings and launch. Is it gonna crash on launch like it always used to? This is Knuckles, and I'm back. I've been away for a while, but I'm back to kick some butt at Wild Canyon. I will find all the pieces of the Master Emerald here. You want to play with my emeralds? Well, you're playing with the wrong guy. Did this crash? Or is it just taking a long time to load? Yeah, remember that time when Knuckles raps about liking grapes? Oh, come on! It hasn't crashed. Actually, no. No, it has. God damn it. God, why is this PC port trash? I don't understand. Oh, this is so bad. Better off just emulating the Dreamcast version. Or the GameCube version. Launch. Presented by Sega and Sonic Team. Now you can see hidden item. Oh, wait, you can't. Because it crashed. Why is this broken? Why are none of the Sonic Adventure 2 discussions related to the fact that the game doesn't actually load? Oh, God. Fine, I'll just pirate it. I mean, drag out my GameCube and eBay a copy of this game